What's up YouTube, this is Binary Matrix here, and today I'm going to be going over a dual monitor setup on Windows 7. Now your situation may be different depending on what type of video card you're using, depending on what type of monitors you're using. Maybe you're using flat screen TVs, whatever the case may be. Now for my system and my build, this is the video card I'm using, and for the money I couldn't beat the price. But as you can see in this picture here, these are the video ports that I have. I have HDMI, I have DP, and I have DVI. Now in the past, this is the video card that I was running, which is the GeForce GX 750 Ti. And you can see here this DVI port is a little different. You see these little 4 pins here, and on this one, it doesn't have those 4 pins. Now, these 4 pins will support analog display. This one will not. This one will only support digital system. So I want to show you little differences here. These are some of the different DVI ports that you could have. Now as you can see here, some of them have the 4 pins here, which means that they will support analog display, and some of them don't, which means they will not support the analog display. And as you can see in this image here, again it shows you these have the 4 pins which carry the analog signal. Now these two do not, and they only support digital. So the video card I was using had this DVI dual link, which supported my analog signal, so that I could get an adapter that went from DVI dual link to VGA and use a VGA monitor, which is what I was previously doing. But with my new system, my new video card, this is the port I have, which is the DVI-D dual link, which is digital only. It does not have the analog support. So you can find adapters that look like this, which will go from the DVI to VGA. This is the one I was using on my video card. But for my new video card, I had to switch to an adapter like this. And as you can see, this adapter will not work, because as you can see here, it does not have the 4 pins, which means it does not support the analog display. So even if you get one of these adapters and you plug this into your video card and you plug this into your VGA monitor, your VGA will not read the digital signal, which is the only type of signal that this port is going to give out. So keep that in mind. Even if you find one of the adapters, it is not going to work, because your VGA is not going to read the digital signal. This is not going to send an analog signal out for the VGA to read. So what you're going to want to do is get one of these adapters and go from DVI-D dual link to HDMI. Now you can get one of these cables, or you can get one of these adapters. And as you can see, they do not have the 4 pins. This is because it's digital signal only, but it's going out to HDMI instead of VGA. So this will work, and this is what I've done to set up mine. Now once you get one of these cables or adapters, you could then hook up to TVs, which in my case I have 2 flat screen TVs, and my only options were VGA or HDMI. So one TV is hooked up to HDMI to the HDMI port on my video card. The second flat screen is hooked up HDMI to the DVI-D dual link, which I'm using this adapter for. And once you have those plugged in correctly, you want to make sure they're plugged in all the way. Once that is done, adapters are working, your system will automatically detect both monitors. So you're going to go into your control panel, display, change display settings. Now here you'll see both monitors. Now you'll see monitor 2 is on my left, monitor 1 is on my right, and this is how they are actually sitting on my desktop. Now you can hit the identify button, and this will tell you where monitor 2 is and where monitor 1 is. If monitor 1 is on your left, then you want to make sure that monitor 1 is on your left on this display here. The order in which you have these will make a difference as far as where the mouse will cross over from screen to screen. So the way mine is set up, monitor 2 is on my left and monitor 1 is on my right. So the mouse will cross over here in the inner two edges. If I flip these around and have monitor 1 on the left, monitor 2 on the right, but they are sitting the opposite way on my desk, the mouse will then cross over on the outer two edges here and here. And I will demonstrate that now. We are going to apply these settings. Now you can see my mouse will stop right here in the middle. It will not cross over to the other screen. But if I come out here to the outer edge, the mouse will then cross over to the outer edge of the other monitor from side to side. Now if I flip these around and put this one back over here on the left and number 1 back on the right and apply those settings, now the displays are where they are actually sitting on my desk. So now the mouse will cross over on the inner two edges here and here. So as you can see here, my mouse will glide right on over to the other monitor on the inner two edges from side to side. Now depending on which monitor you would like to have as your main display, you will want to apply those settings as well. Right now, monitor 1 is currently your main display. So if I want to change that and I want to make monitor 2 my main display, I will select monitor 2 and I will check the box that says make this my main display, and I will apply those settings. And now monitor 2 is now my main display. With that, you are done. You can now close that out, and if you would like, you can also move your taskbar from one screen to another. In order to do that, you're going to have to make sure that it's not locked. So you're going to right click the taskbar and uncheck this box that says lock taskbar. Once that's unchecked, you can click and drag it and move it to wherever you would like. As you can see, I can move it side to side or top to bottom. I can also bring it over to the other screen, side to side, top, bottom. Once you have it wherever you would like to place it, you just drop it into that place, and then you can right click the taskbar and lock it back into place. And now you are good to go. You can now do some Google searches while you're playing your online games. You can now watch some YouTube videos while playing your online games, or do some Google searches while watching a movie. Whichever you would like to do. I hope this video was helpful, and I hope you didn't have any problems or issues setting up your dual monitor display. If you like this video, please leave a like, and thanks for watching. We can wait right here and play until somehow you can find a slightly better frame.